everybody's characters set up and ready to go?
I'm more or less set up. If you want to handle like the modding roles now instead of like when we get into it, we could do that right now.
Okay, so what we need to do is we need to make each roll individually, because if you fail, there are consequences.
Yep, of course.
So,
And I believe that would mean that I basically lose something off of that. So,
yeah.
let's go point to point, Theta. I've already spent the money for it, and you just need to spend some of the time.
So you don't need to roll for each attachment, just for any mods on those attachments.
Right, and my goal right now is to get every single one of them. That's why there's 12 rolls here.
Interesting.
Okay.
Alright, so Theta, if we want to go through this one by one, let's begin. You have whatever bonuses you have. You got that cool table, so that's gotta be worth something.
That cool table.
Yeah, the one I bought for you last time.
Yeah, that just means if I fuck up, I can throw it in and get half the cost back.
Okay. That's something, and that's pretty good. In which case, I believe the hard checks are 3 purple dice.
Yep.
So that's what we're rolling against. So let's start at the top. We have our
I can't think of anything that would give me a bonus, so I think that's the only modifier. It's just the 3 purple.
Yeah. Let's start with my blaster here.
Do you not have a toolkit?
I do. I thought that negated a negative. What do you call it?
Some of them give you. Some of them actually give you boost dice, but
I have the tool hand, which just acts like a regular tool kit, which allows me to do these things. I thought.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Sounds
I don't have anything to negate purple dice.
Gotcha. All right. Blaster actuating module. That is going to be +1 damage.
Well, there's a success for you.
Second one.
So what mod is that giving?
This is the blaster actuating module going on to a heavy blaster. It initially does +1 damage, and this is an option to add another damage, and now we're doing another damage and then 2 pierces.
Okay.
Jeez.
Damage +3. It's now at 10 damage, everybody. Pierce.
Hey.
Okay.
All right.
So
Pierce
keep
2.
in mind that you can spend those advantages on the next roll, and then threats would be a setback.
Ooh, okay.
So let's just let's not worry about those past 2 rolls, but this new roll, let's go ahead and let you spend those if you want.
Right. You're the roll master, Theta. So roll number 4. However you do it.
So how are all of these on the blaster actuator?
Yes, we haven't even moved off of the first one yet.
Okay.
This gives me some time to figure out my encumbrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gives me time to look at the mod screen because I forgot that was such a big thing.
There's a lot of them, and I just spend 3,500 credits.
Ooh, well, I don't have a lot of money, so...
This is on new armor, a new weapon, and mods.
The modification table doesn't have all the things on it that the crafting tables do, so... I didn't... I was used to looking at the crafting tables, so I've been boosting myself up to look to build cybernetics, which have a lot of spend your triumphs and spend your advantages to do things on. The modification table doesn't have that. It just build it or don't build it, I guess.
Yeah, basically, and if you fail, you break it. Or rather, if you only fail, it can't ever be modded out with that mod again. But if you fail really badly, you could break the whole piece. All right, cool. The blaster is perfectly fine. Custom grip. You're rolling exactly once for custom grip. Quality accurate. It's accurate. Integrated illuminator. Put the flashlight on. That's
Ooh,
one.
Not
So
so
it's
bad.
now medium spotlight. Oh,
How much?
actually,
How much did that cost?
the flashlight costs 200.
Oh, does it go on if I only have a advantage?
Oh, it goes on automatically, basically. This is for the mod, so basically we didn't increase the spotlight to medium.
Oh, okay. I thought we were attaching things. Okay.
In which case, I think that one cannot be done again. So it is move 2 black at short instead of medium.
Now, you haven't used any of your advantages that you've gotten.
So what does that mean for Theta here? What options does he have?
He can roll boost dice. For each advantage he's received in the past, he could add a boost dice to this roll.
In the previous roll, right? Just the last roll, not all the previous rolls. Right. That's fine.
So go ahead and roll 4 boost dice if you want.
Sweet.
Let's see if we can get that to be salvaged.
Let's try that
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sweet. We got the one
success.
success. It's now our brighter flashlight. Congratulations, you're a master mechanic. Next we have Disorient.
So you're
which can
saying
go-
with those 3 boosts there, would those 3 advantages turn into boosts for the next one too?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about for the last one.
Because he got one on
Yeah.
the original roll.
Yeah, I see that
Yeah.
now.
Okay. In that case, Disorient 1 is the next roll. Sweet. Disorient 2.
So many dice.
I know. It's glorious.
Yeah.
My flashlight is now the best flashlight.
I'm starting to see a steamroll effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just for the blaster. This is now a topped-out heavy blaster. I'll tell you what it is later if you really want. But next is going to be the Refined Cortosis Gauntlet, which has a weighted head.
You would afford
option-
something with cortosis in it?
Yeah. This is KOTOR era. This is just a gauntlet that has some cortosis in it. So if you
Okay.
put your hand up to a lightsaber, the lightsaber turns off.
Triumph.
All right, it does
Wow.
extra damage. And roll once more.
How do you want to spend that triumph?
My the chart that I work off of doesn't have anything for modifications. Customization and modifications doesn't show anything for Triumph. Only my crafting charts have advantage and Triumph usage.
Right, but that's yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I've been looking at all these crafting rules for making stuff, and only those have like if I make a cybernetic, I can make it ion shielded if I spend a bunch of advantages or a Triumph. But modding doesn't seem to have that.
So let me see this really quick.
Yeah, this could be fun.
Come on, get your weighted-headed lightsaber in here. Add weight to that lightsaber.
Actually,
So-
that's entirely a thing you could do.
What you could use that triumph for is recouping the cost or having extra materials for doing something similar for somebody else.
You mean you might actually pay me for this?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should ask him to pay you anyways, but I mean,
Well, I was rather hoping I'd be less effective. Like, I might fuck up a few things and just say, oh, that stuff that I threw in the machine only comes back as parts. I'll just spend that money on parts. But no, I'm apparently great at this.
None of it's broken.
As soon as you succeed once, it's just like, all right, let's go.
And absolutely
Come
no
on.
doubt you would do this all flawlessly, by the way. So yeah, recover parts. Take 100 credits.
Oh, shit. Not the 3,000 one. Where am I at?
Just a little something on the top.
100
Oh
credits.
yeah,
All right.
what a nice guy.
What's next?
Last quality, which is going to be the last concussive quality on the gauntlet.
All right, still at 4 boost. Now down to 1 boost.
That is an incredibly scary amount of successes. Well, congratulations, you've now modded out all of my weapons. You are my best and greatest friend. Did I ever mention that? There are 2 more rolls you could make, and this would be specifically for modding the shield that we own on the ship. Let's see. Sid, so I threw you earlier that the mod I'd want to put onto it would be the enhanced shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's got two things we can do to that attachment. Which
honestly,
basically increases its shield a little bit.
Yeah, so it basically the old ship, the Citadel class had a reinforced shield on it already.
Ah.
So
I think we ended up on the Wayfarer.
Yep. If everybody's in agreement.
Yeah. Does
And that
anyone
was-
have anything against more shields on ship?
I literally have no opinion.
I mean,
Cool.
big shield mean big survive, so that's good in my books.
Yeah, exactly.
Less death is great for business.
Well, unless you're
Other
in the-
people's death is good for our business.
unless you're in the death business.
That's true.
Wow, that's a very profitable business.
Yeah, but not
these
my
days.
own death.
No,
I mean,
because
probably
they can't make profit off other people's death.
All right, so
Yeah.
tweaking this is the same as those. It's still just a 3 roll. So do it twice and you're done.
Is it? It's not more difficult to mod a ship thing?
Didn't seem so.
All right.
I think they're 500.
Is it? Because that would actually change whether or not I can personally pay for it. Because if they're 200, I'll go ahead and do it. Or 100, I mean.
It's been too long since I've worried about those
Okay.
rules. So
So you would succeed on the first one. Do you want to roll again just while we figure out the price?
just worry about. Keep the price the same.
All right. So the ship is now has its shields enhanced and fully modded out.
Jeez.
Is there
That's
a vehicle
helpful.
ship in this API?
I think if you make a sheet, there is a vehicle sheet option.
Yeah, on the top, which says character sheet, vehicle sheet, group sheet, companion sheet, NPC sheet.
Right. So there we go. I'm tweaked out and incredibly happy.
Tweaked out.
These are exactly the words I want to use, and I see no reason why they should ever cause controversy.
Yeah.
I only see characters.
Make a character
When
sheet.
you make the sheet, there is a tab for vehicle.
Hmm. There you go. Okay. So you have the vehicle built for yourself? Darren?
I don't see one on the journals yet.
Oh, it'd be on your character, right?
Oh, I mean, I guess there's a sheet there. I think I have no idea if it shares any sort of API or information. It's probably safer to just make a different sheet and just make that available for everyone.
Okay, good point.
Always feel like I'm playing with fire doing that.
What do you want to call the ship?
The good question. I don't know.
I'm going to just do a ship name generator.
I guess just call it the Freedom for now, and we'll figure it out later.
Okay, well,
Oh, I do think I am perfectly maxed out on encumbrance. That's beautiful.
Nice. I'm a Wookiee. I don't have to care.
Mm.
the name is the Tetla Puni.
Mm.
This is the name that the previous owners gave it.
All right. Well, we're
Okay.
changing that transponder eventually.
Oh.
I mean, you know, I can barely hold my gun, so I'm glad I'm not dropping things.
Yeah, weighed down a bunch of stuff. Wait.
Yeah, so far I don't have a whole bunch other than just like what I'm wearing and a couple of guns, so.
Mm.
And a really cool gauntlet.
Yeah.
There we go. So I can go ahead and handle the stats for that as soon as we get around to it, and but for now I think we're good to go.
Nice.
Alright. So that covers details. Why not start us off?
Okay. Which one did you guys end up choosing? Was it the...
The Wayfarer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
I didn't download an image for that one. Okay, I won't worry about it right now. Okay, so you guys have apparently spent, well, let's see, at least 3 days since we played last. Do you want to spend more time or less time? Nah, it can't be less time.
I mean, that's the time we've spent doing things, so let's just pick up from there.
Shopping and stuff.
Yeah.
I showed up.
Okay, so Bazazam, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello. Sure, I'll do my best. Hello, I'm Baza. I'm a local bounty hunter in the area. Knew you guys from just being well known in the community. I've picked up always picking up a few contracts up for various bounties around. I do it to make sure that I can provide for my family and also for loyalty to a local crime organization, but that's not too big of a deal.
You're on Narshada. They're all crime organizations.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
much.
it's just par for the course, honestly. But just it's the only business in the family, making sure that my mother and my siblings can live comfortably.
Nice.
All right, so you're the local bounty hunter, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
FYI, the hut that is over your particular group
Mm-hmm.
is named Lord I don't know how I'm going to pronounce that yet.
Danoe.
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 Nice.
I'm used to having most huts have like 1-syllable names or 2-syllable names.
Yeah.
There are always people that buck trends. Okay. So you have spent some time here. Some things that I failed to mention last time because we kind of got derailed, or I got derailed, and I apologize for that. You are currently living in this warehouse, right? That has been used for slaves and for
Right.
drugs
I'm willing-
from spies.
Yeah, I'm willing to say this is basically probably Terran's main residence.
Is that true for everyone else? I know it's true for, or at least that was the impression I got for Goraz.
Sorry, what was?
Is this? Are you living in this warehouse?
Pretty much, yeah.
Good, I'll roll out the sleeping cot for you.
What about Boraz? Or Baza?
Tabaza? Oh yeah. I feel like my family might be close by, so I might just be staying with them right now and coming over because it'd be in the area.
Okay, that's fine.
Makes sense.
There are a number of slaves who call this warehouse home as well. There's a few Wookiees. There's a large Weequay, and a Chiss. She's one of the few females that are enslaved here. And most of these you guys, or at least Terran's aware of and knows quite well. Not to him. I'm not putting any type of innuendo on that, by the way. I'm just saying that you're familiar with them.
He knows them very well.
Right.
One of the things that you are aware of, Terran, is, and one of the things that I was going to do is there was going to be an NPC that ran the day-to-days for this group.
That makes sense. Like someone who's actually taking like a more mayoral position for the local community.
Administrative, at least for these guys, right?
Yeah.
The administrator or director or whatever you want to call them.
Makes perfect sense.
Would you? I'm just assuming that you would want that to be someone else.
Mm-hmm. I'm perfectly fine with someone else taking local responsibility, and I'm just there to help everyone out.
Okay. The Chiss female seems to be the most intelligent of them all, and is pretty savvy, and has kind of, unless you specifically disincline yourself to doing this, she is taking that role, unless you say otherwise. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
She was, as you are aware, she was the slave that was entertainment for the big wigs that came here to buy things.
Mm-hmm.
She also traveled with you quite regularly to provide services wherever you went, right?
Right.
So she's you're pretty aware that she's savvy, and she has quite a bit of understanding of the business. Is there any direction you want to give, or are you just going to let her run free reign?
I guess the current direction she's probably had before was just trying to make sure everyone's needs are met and helping point me in the right direction. But now that it seems that we have an idea of who's in charge around here, or at least on a higher level, I probably at least have given them enough information to say, like, try to stay on these people's good side for a while, and it looks like things are more or less looking up for us. All we have to do is make sure that we have enough money coming in to keep ourselves going, and you know how to do this, I think.
Okay. FYI, her name is Althoraville.
Okay.
And Otho has had indicated last session that she was going to try to figure out the business aspect of this system, this warehouse, this gang, right?
Perfect.
One of the things that you are finding, Otho, is that you do find some measure of this, the business arrangements that this warehouse has. It wasn't difficult in requiring a check, but it was difficult as in time. And so over the last 3 days, you've been dedicating pretty much all of your time to trying to figure this out. You are aware that the organization, what was referring to itself as, did I write this down? Yep. Zuqua. Z-U-Q-U or Q-O-U. Is that right? Yep.
Okay.
But there's really no mention of this organization and who they directly sent money to. There was shell companies and stuff like that money was sent through. So obviously it was being hidden to some extent.
Could you remind us of the interaction we had with this group in the last session?
This is not a group that you've had any interaction with other than the fact that this is who previously owned this warehouse.
Okay. Okay.
Excuse me, hold on. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
The actual name is this.
Okay.
Okay.
Say that one 5 times fast.
And did I tell you what the name? Oh yeah, the name is on that character sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. What else are you interested in getting information about right now before we get started?
Well, I remember because last time we discussed if we were going to give Shellis the data pad we had or not. And I think we were established that we were going to, in order to kind of get more of an in with that group.
Right, and I think they offered to pay you as well.
Yeah.
I think that's mostly in Goraz's hands, so the question is, Gora's gonna do it.
Where you can't hear you.
He's got his food.
Can't understand a word you're saying.
He's got manners. He can't talk while he's eating.
Yeah.
I bet he muted his microphone. Physical.
It's been muted somehow. Nope, nothing.
Ooh boy.
Oh boy.
I hope he hasn't been muted for too long.
Yeah.
Still not?
Yep, still no.
In the user settings, voice and video, is the input device the correct one?
I swear you had it working earlier.
Yeah,
Did-
it was.
I
was
see it
working.
responding, but
Yeah. Must be some sort of setting on the actual headphones themselves then, because it's coming through technically, but
Interesting.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
oh
yeah.
There we go.
It's
the
exactly where it
inline.
was. It was. It's down. I mean, how much further down did?
I'm guessing it just didn't trigger.
Awesome.
He's got one of those flippy.
At least it's
headphones
working
like I
now.
do.
Okay.
It was working before. It worked for.
And now it's working.
It's
so
worked
there's no
for 6 to
problems.
7 hours today already.
oh boy.
Okay. So what was the question we were asking him?
I said I haven't heard any discussion about money or payment yet.
I think the payment was around 5,000 credits, was it?
I don't
If I
think any
remember
number was said, right?
No money was said.
Oh, I
Token on
see
the board, by the way.
ship.
Say what? Griff?
Oh, I was just saying, token on the board. DM needs to resize it. It's the ship.
Your tiny ship.
Wow.
Oh,
There we
it's
go.
Not tiny ship.
Big boy ship.
Wonderful. Got it just outside the force field, just how I like to park it.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, that's cursed.
Ugh!
At least it fits.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. What do you mean? It's a work of art.
Oddly enough, it is almost in the same perspective.
Almost.
It's like the boxes.
But it's not
just-
perfect, and it's not slightly off.
It's just leaning.
It's at a cursed angle, that's all. Don't worry don't think too much about it. Don't look at it too long. Madness encompasses us all.
That's the new name of the ship, the Cursed Box.
I
Oh.
actually kind of think that the cargo box would fit in here, and it would be loaded up, but the ship itself would stay off this here, right? It would kind of dock right here, and then
Depends. It's silhouette 5, whatever that means for scale here.
that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Silhouette 5 would be basically.
Do we need a bigger garage?
Isn't Silhouette 5 like a blockade runner?
I mean, Silhouette 5's probably about
We-
that.
We might have
big.
to make a new force field.
Big
Yeah,
Oh dear. Oh,
Silhouette 5, is that true?
that's what it says. That's what most
we're gonna
all of
need a
them
bigger
are.
boat.
That's pretty
If
big.
you want a family van, you know.
Is that what the Millennium Falcon is?
Isn't the Millennium
Uh,
Falcon's a 4? Yeah.
Where's
Does
the
the Millennium-
Winnebago option?
The Millennium Falcon is also is only Silhouette 4, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Millennium Falcon will be a 4 for that freighter type, 4 for another one. And as we discussed, like the Citadel was like a 5.
Oh wow.
Okay. So we'll say that it doesn't fit in here, and we'll just delete it for right now.
It hangs just a little bit out. It's fine.
Well, no, it's bigger
it,
than the.
It docks over here, right?
So
So
one of
it's-
y'all's options can't land on planets, and the other option doesn't fit in the base. Y'all picked great. I'm glad I'm
ship
with
it-
you guys.
The
We
ship is
tried.
the house. Yeah.
Listen, I don't go buy ships. I shoot stuff.
Like the
Well-
easy, simple solution here is that there is an extendable docking area. It's just not behind the force field.
Look, you don't buy ships. You just shoot stuff until you get shot by a ship.
Yep.
Then I buy my own ship to shoot
Ah.
at them.
The TIE fighter comes down and just strafes you constantly.
Mean-
TIE fighter
Meanwhile,
comes down, hits a bug, explodes.
Well, the TIE fighter that fell through a space wormhole to come back in time to attack you.
Yes.
Alrighty then. So, Goraz, 5,000 credits.
It's a number you just made up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Is
price. This must have been some valuable information.
Yes. As we just previously discussed, no numbers have been thrown out.
Sid, what's their offer?
Well, the last it was discussed, it was kind of, well, its value is really high, but I can't really pay you what I think it's worth. So in just credits, so we need to figure out some way of having this situation work, or
Well, I mean, having a ton of favors and support is still quite valuable.
No,
And goodwill.
What kind of resources does this group have as far as that goes?
We got this hangar, we got the ship, I'm a Wookiee, and that's it.
no, I think he's
No,
referring
I mean
to
the group we're talking
Yeah,
to for
yeah.
the data pad.
Oh, no, them.
well, they fought off a number of Sith incursions
No, I can see our whole value right here.
and Jedi incursions,
So
and an armored.
They can-
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say Yakuza. I couldn't think of the right word.
we've got some powerful-
And you know that they have the ability to basically reform the entire infrastructure to their desire.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
can they give us a bigger garage for the ship?
Probably.
Yeah, someone will come by, renovate it later, I guess.
I'm not terribly afraid of them.
Nah.
so I mean,
No.
the question, the way that it was kind of left was, what do you want for it?
Right, and I
Mhm.
guess we've spent some time thinking on that sense.
I mean, I would say just future cooperation, some enhancements to our living space,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that would probably be worth in this
Yeah,
case.
I'm not a
I'd
big
say.
fan of verbal deals. You can turn on a verbal deal real quick. I want tangible reward.
All
What
right.
kind of
They've
tangible
got
reward do you
weapons.
want?
Unless you want to deal with this right now, I think it was just kind of left as, well, we can't really agree, so let me
Let's
know
come back
when.
later, basically.
Yeah, we're not currently in their base. We're in our base.
Maybe we can hold the data pad as a favor.
Yeah, that's
Like-
basically what
Yeah.
we're doing with it right now.
How about this? I'll just owe you all three of you a favor, and you hold the negotiations to me. Since y'all seem to love favors so much.
Well,
Favors all
apparently we're
around.
broke, so
I'll throw everybody favors.
you better hope we're not playing Civilization.
Oof.
And if you were to come up with a number, a monetary value, she would write you out some sort of loan, or
She's already admitted she can't pay it, though, so.
right, but she would basically make payments until she could pay it off, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I already asked for her dead posse's lightsabers, and she couldn't even give that up.
A Jedi's not going to go here.
You
Take
did-
this
You
lightsaber.
did get told that they basically were left all around the entire area.
Yeah, which tells me that her shopkeeping skills are very low. I'm sorry, we don't have the money, though we did leave $6,000 to $10,000 items just laying left all over the place.
Well, she's less a shopkeeper and more an assassin who's lucked into a fortress and a cadre of loyal guards who are one of the most powerful creatures in the universe. I think she's doing well. She just doesn't have a storefront.
Personal power does not beget, I don't know, the power
Influence?
the power to control a territory.
Mercantile acumen.
She's not a businesswoman, let's put it that
Yeah.
way.
Well, not
Yeah,
even that.
basically.
Not even that.
No
We're
art
business
deal.
people.
If she doesn't have the power to, stabilize an area, then she's just chaos wandering. That's not.
Isn't that what she's actually actively doing with the robots, though?
They seem to be kind of more renovation bots than less. They're not really guard dogs or anything.
Again,
It sounds kind of like this just happened. So is it like where she's just starting with this power?
It's been
or is
about
it like...
3 months.
Yeah.
Which is a really short period of time to have gone from what
Again,
was
it's
to what is
personal
now.
power that she's accomplished this by. She is in a poverty-stricken slave trade area, and she's left again $6,000 to $10,000 items just laying on the ground because she didn't think they had value.
Well, I mean, technically, you're probably thinking about it as a way a non-Force user would think about a lightsaber being like, this is a $10,000 bit of property, where maybe you might have a Force user that's like, this is a trophy. But
So,
see, my argument to that is that she's thinking like a lightsaber, she's thinking like a Force user, and she's trying to rule over people that aren't Force users. So she's not even in the mindset to help.
right. For the time being, we don't really have something we want to ask her for that's worth the data pad. So I say, Goraz, how about we just go walking together and we see if we can pick up some lightsabers, scavenge them around.
We did that while we were there.
She said they were anywhere.
Yeah, we did that when we were there. I'm not going to give up an advantage because we don't need an advantage right now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. No, I agreed with you. I said, we're not making a deal right now. What if we just walk around the area and we scavenge up some lightsabers because that's what you want to do because we're just biding time?
Cool. Sounds like a good idea. This does not get the cost of 3 days worth of labor, though.
Oh, you're talking about with me and you working on that. No, that took like you 12 hours. Is the time scale for all the mods I had to do.
But I don't work 12 hours in a day. I broke that up over 3 days.
Yeah. Well, hey, tables don't pay for themselves. I could just take that back now if you really want.
What are you talking about?
I bought you the table.
That table was 50. Also, no, I don't think you can. That table is heavy. Heavier than a Wookiee can lift.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go pick up the table.
I'll get one of the hover lifts. Just come on, man.
I've
helped you out. You've helped me out. We're even.
I bought you
a
soda machine. I bought you a soda machine. Don't make me take it back. I'd like to see you try.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying right now, you and me, we're even.
I don't even. Here's the problem. Out of character, I don't even know that that's true. I don't know how much I would get paid normally.
That's true. Technically, you're still in debt to me, but I'm willing to call it even.
Oh, I see.
Power move.
All right, let me reach outside from it. Sid, how much would a person normally get paid for all that labor?
100 per.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
that's basically parts and labor.
That the 100 credits of the mod is either the cost for the materials or to the I don't know what else it would be, right?
My only counter argument there is that you're paying for the skill.
So in my field, which is software development and building computers, you usually charge about 20% of the materials.
See, I'm leaning towards field that Griff and I are familiar with, like Ironclad and games like that, where the more masterful the artisan you're trying to hire is, the more expensive they are. If you hire the best in their field, they're going to charge you more than the guy who can slap 2 pieces of wood together. And I'm saying, I am a skilled artisan that you're hiring, not...
Yeah, if we're looking at these roles, it's pretty impressive work.
I feel ya. But let's say I've already done you a favor. Let's tone that back down to 20% for a bit. I'll pay you that soon as we make sure we got the money for it.
All right.
Whatever cut we get next, you get paid first.
All right.
There we go. So out of 1,200, 20% of that is 240 credits.
Not bad.
Heck, I'll give you 240 credits right now.
You said 1,240%. I think you'll find that 1,000% of the cost
No.
is a lot
He
more
said
money.
that
Yeah, but
he said that was the
it
cost of
meant
the-
credits. Meant credits.
This is the point where you don't argue with the Wookiee.
I don't care if my arms are cybernetic. I can go toe to toe with you.
I know you can. But yeah, I'll pay you 240.
All right.
Bam. There we go. Done. So I paid you for the labor, and I've agreed to make sure that you get paid first next mission we do. So yeah, so we've got our backfill done. We're still hanging on to the pad. Things seem to be kind of going normally right now. I guess
Did you want to go look for lightsabers in the neighborhood?
yeah.
That sounds fun.
Sure, you're kind of new to this group. I'd love to have a bounty hunter around, and we're probably gonna do some trouble here. We're basically starting up the local gang.
All right, that sounds
So
sounds right up my alley.
So if
And
anyone
it's
comes
not every
by-
it's not every time you can go pick up $1,000 out of the ground that you go look for.
incredibly true. I mean, I guess to be fair, he gets first shot at whatever he wants. So
Okay.
I mean,
How are you going around looking for these? Are you just doing a perception check? Do you want to ask around? Do you want to do some sort of
I mean, if
streetwise underworld?
if Otho gets contacted about this, could she use sense to detect the imprint left by the lightsabers or not?
Sure.
that's a
Or we
good
could buy a
point.
metal detector.
Metal detector, everything's metal. Okay.
But yeah, I would just do a walk around myself. So perception. So
Yeah.
let's
Well,
start
what
with
you're
the sense,
trying
because
to
that probably sounds
sense-
promising.
What you're trying to sense are the crystals
Mhm.
in the lightsabers
Yes.
because they resonate with the Force.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you focusing on a specific area, or are you trying to just sense everything that resonates around you?
I think. Well, what area experienced the most fighting in the conflicts that happened?
Oh.
Want to see if how that works?
So the GM dice pool is here, but I don't know what that means. Okay, try making a check.
Okay, I will make the check. That's all we get.
Yeah.
It didn't put anything in it, did it?
Nope, it did not.
Okay. So I don't know how that works,
That's fine.
but we won't worry about it. The difficulty for this is going to be average. Actually, it won't even be average. It'll be just one purple. So go ahead and
Okay.
just roll one purple.
One purple, and since I've been here the whole time, could I get a
Take
single
two
blue?
boost dice.
One or two, you said?
2 boost dice.
2 boost dice. There we go. I'm gonna roll that, and we'll see what we add on top of
It
it.
just seems funny that we wanted a lightsaber for the characters so badly, and now we're out literally just looking for them on the ground.
Yeah.
Hey, last one we found just stuffed in a chest.
Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, hey, you wanted lightsabers, right? They're just
I
literally in the
wasn't
ground.
aware they'd be literally laying around.
Oh, there we go. They finally came through.
That's 4.
What?
Whoa,
Twice.
wait a second. How'd four
Four
purple?
purple?
Oh, it finally added difficulty, I think.
No?
Jeez.
Because I just rolled 2 and 1, so
Wait.
it added 3.
You had absolutely
Whoa.
no
So
skill, though?
your GM thing.
No,
works.
I did the roll already, so this was just the additional.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
those are the.
So if we just take a look at the first dice there, that'd be another success.
Okay.
One.
So let's try that then. if this is how this works.
Okay.
Try that. Just roll again.
Okay, so I will hit the skill roll button. Hey, it added in 4 blue and 2
Okay.
purple.
Oh dear.
So now that we've figured out that I can do that,
Oh dear.
that's kind of cool.
Did it add in the extra ones up top? Hold up, let me
Yep,
press one
it
more
added
time.
in boost dice.
There we go. That's so. If
There we
I
go.
add up at the top, it'll go ahead and add that to every roll, and if you add to yours, it'll add to mine. There we go.
Okay, so you got too many boost dice though, because I added them in already.
Right, so we'll just take like the final roll here because
Yeah.
that's the actual correct dice roll.
Yeah.
No, it's
We
not.
got 1 success.
Because you added a setback or a difficulty and 2 boost.
You said 2 boost.
Yeah.
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 But I've already put the boost dice and the difficulty in, so you don't need to put them in at all.
Right, so
rolled
when I click
again.
the button, it added what you added to it.
So why
Those
is
are
rolled
the
again
dice
and
that
now
you
it's just-
selected.
Oh,
I only
gotcha.
pressed
Look at
the
the most. Look at the most
I
recent
didn't
one.
roll.
It is now correct.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. That is. Sorry, it took so long to figure that out. Okay, here's what you are aware of. Most of the fighting that involved lightsabers was around that hotel, which has now been completely remodeled. And basically a square kilometer around that hotel.
Okay,
That's probably a good area to sniff around for him.
narrows it down. So then, as a group, we'll start scavenging in that area. And I believe our local specialist has an idea.
Yes. So, for this, it says you can spend force powers to sense. So, would I just roll 1 white die because I have 1 force power?
So what it's going to be a discipline check. Now,
Okay.
I believe that you can only sense short distances,
Mm-hmm.
which is not a lot.
Okay. So,
Okay.
how about maybe we get everybody to look around until we find what looks like an actual maybe dueling site or place where a fight actually happens. So burn marks, things like that, and then we start searching using sense. Does that sound reasonable?
Well, you know where these fights took place because of that success and advantage.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
you could just go to those places. You don't have to look for
Yeah.
because you are aware all of these places have been renovated since in the 3 months since the fighting is taking place.
Mm. Okay.
And it's been probably 2.5 months since the fighting has stopped and Shellis came out the victor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was 3 months since the hotel was collapsed, and it's took about a week and a half or 2 weeks for her to get control.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just say that you are going to go to these various places, and you are going to before we do this though, let's clear this pool, and everybody needs to roll their destiny pool. If I remember right, you can do that from your character sheet.
Yes.
Roll destiny.
Oof.
Oh.
Oof.
Well.
I mean, that's what happened last
Could've gone
time.
better.
I'm the only fortunate one here. You can thank me.
I think that's what happened last time too. I know somebody rolled double light and then we all went dark.
Yeah, that was also the first time.
So we had one less person then.
Okay.
I blame
Yes, we
you, Baza. Or Zam.
Okay. So I am going to use the dark side.
Oh no.
Oh.
And So this is going to be upgraded twice, and you are going to have... Okay. You should be good to roll now.
Okay. So do I just roll straight without any adding extra dice onto mine?
You're
Okay.
going to make a discipline check.
Got him!
Okay. Also, you need to roll a force die.
Okay, let me do that now. We just add that on. Oh, well, there's the force die. Sorry, I forgot to add that.
Okay. It's okay.
Force dice.
Okay. You can commit this force die.
Mhm.
What that means is that you don't have to re-roll, and you'll be able to walk around to these various places.
That sounds reasonable right now, yeah.
What that also means is that you will not have a force rating to roll until you release that commitment.
Okay. And
Does that
can
make sense?
it just be released as like an on-turn action?
It would be an action, basically.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
it would be incidental to release it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that sounds good.
Okay. Is there a way I can send specific messages to just one person?
/W space their name. It should start auto-completing the moment you start typing the first letters. And then type the message after that.
So we got secret messages going around.
Wow.
I should start building cybernetic implants. Give me bonus ranks and skills.
So, Goraz, what are you going to do with all these lightsabers? Juggle them?
No, I'm going to toss them in my machine.
Oh, you're going to upgrade the machine with them. Okay, I mean, that's kind of smart.
Do you
They're
need the
supposed to be
crystal
like
for
the
that?
best cutting edges in the galaxy, so... But they're also really thick.
Oh,
Is
that's
that, like,
true.
precise enough for you?
You know, I could make us all some really nice armor.
Ooh.
Okay. In addition to that, you absolutely do not feel any crystals other than the crystal that you are currently wearing.
Oof.
Holding.
So she's gonna relay to everyone else. Like, seems like this place's been picked clean. I don't know if you've been able to find anything, but
And so you walk around, and as you're walking around, you do feel the draw of crystals in an area that is where the market usually is.
I forgot to rejoin as player, so I got that whisper of spooky from
spooky.
I'm like, what? Oh. Why is he messaging me? Oh, right, I'm still technically the GM unless I rejoin as player.
So, well, I mean, yeah, I suppose that's logical. Some people probably would have scooped them up. In the meantime, it's probably pretty lucky that we found that one on the ship anyway, because it was hidden.
Do you want to follow it?
I mean, if you really want them, you have to check out the wares.
Well, if you think they're there, let's just see how many they got.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Let us wander into this
It's
market.
like the business model says, the better I do, the better I make you.
Nothing
Somebody
ventured,
in the
nothing
group
gained.
needs to make a
Say mechanics check.
streetwise check.
Oh.
Hey, I think I got Streetwise.
You can make this a group effort,
Mhm.
by the way. So if any,
I've got
I don't know.
one
How
rank
many-
in Streetwise.
Same here.
So what's your is it cunning or intelligence?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Cunning.
cunning. I've got 3 cunning.
I've got 3 as well, so we're basically equal here.
Okay.
So are you all assisting? So that would be
Yeah.
3, 4 boost dice.
Nice.
Very cool. Just go ahead and roll it.
So whichever one of you wants to roll it.
I can try to roll.
Yeah, go
do
for
I
it,
just
Sal.
do I just not put the
Don't
put
put
the
anything in. I've
adjusters in
already
it?
done that.